Sorry for the noise in the background. My son is doing distant learning. So I'm only going to talk as usual. Per usual, I'm going to talk at the beginning of the video. And then, well, actually the other video I didn't talk at the beginning. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to present the items that I'm going to be using. And then we will proceed with the video. So today we are mainly doing a lot of Fenty stuff. We have the primer, the foundation, the concealer. We also have a highlighter. These are the Match Stix, the highlighter and the bronzer. And so my color is 210 in Pro FILT'R Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. And then my concealer is 150 Pro FILT'R Instant Retouch Concealer. And okay, and then we're gonna use for the loose powder, we're gonna use the Covergirl one because I want to see how it comes out. Then we have the Milani blush in the color Rose d'Oro Baked Powder Blush. I'm gonna be using the continuous setting spray and the Kevyn Aucoin mascara and the L'Oreal primer. Also the Pixie brow tamer. And then I have 3 different lipsticks and 3 different lip liners because I don't know which lipstick I'm gonna end up going with depending on the color or if it even goes with the makeup I choose to do. So we're gonna be doing that. I got my little beauty sponge that's already damp, and then I'm gonna be going over my eyes. Instead of using a primer today, I'm gonna be using the what is it, the Born This Way. This is a Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. So we're gonna go over like that. So we're gonna use the Fenty Beauty underneath my eyes and the Too Faced over my eyes. And we are also going to be using the James Charles palette. So I've already used this palette. I mean, if you guys want me to tell you about it, I guess I'll review everything at the end and how I feel because I haven't really used a lot of these products often. Before I started going on camera, I started using my stuff like here and there. I was using my stuff here and there. So, all right. So let's get started. So we're going to start off with the Fenty primer. And this is the matte primer. And, you know, you're going to put that all over your face. And it is mattifying. I don't really find anything too special. I haven't used it much. Actually, I think this is my first time that I used it. Now I'm going to be going in with my sculpting concealer and put that over my eyes. I do like the sculpting concealer. It is, you know, it does its job. I just don't like using so much of it, but I end up doing it anyway. So it does work well with the shadows when you do it. And I've seen a lot of other YouTubers do the same. So I'm going to be using one of the blendy brushes and going in with the color Canvas. This is the base of my eyeshadow. And I'm sorry, guys, that I haven't been putting up any videos. Today is Tuesday, and I'm putting this up now. So I need a little break. I definitely am looking at the colors to see which one I'm going to choose. But I ultimately chose Mary. So I'm going to go in with that color and put it in my line, my crease line. color Mary is a little light, so I had to go in several times to kind of build it up to what I wanted. And ultimately, I got the color that I needed. I did choose a different color for the lids, and then I went with another color because it was just not blending it well, or it wasn't blending with the colors. So this was the first color I chose, which is Sister, but I just felt like it did not go with the colors, and I love the color Sister, but it just wasn't matching right. I don't know if it was me, I wasn't doing it right. I don't know, but I just felt like it didn't go right. So then I ended up brushing it off, and I chose a different color, and I went with the color Shook, which is a pretty dark, and I kind of like that. My wife called it electric. Excuse my mouth gestures because I be thinking I be doing something. You don't see how how I open my mouth or anything I do when it comes to mascara, when it comes to thinking that I'm doing something extra that is going to help me. This is what I do with my mouth gesture. So I'm going to be going in with the color Punch Me, and I'm going to put that just to give it a little shadow behind the, the color that I just used, which, well, that's above, which is Mary. So I'm giving it a little shadow because I feel like it doesn't have a little shadow, even though I used Mary. So the Punch Me did give it a little something. So I'm going to be going in with the foundation Fenty Beauty in the color 210. So I kind of feel like Fenty Beauty is okay. This is the matte formula, and I think it's okay. I just feel like I haven't found the foundation that is for me. I have very oily skin, so it just, I don't know, it just doesn't, I'm not saying that Fenty Beauty is a bad foundation. I just haven't found the one that's for me. And I have several foundations. The one that works mostly is the Too Faced. And the It Cosmetics foundation together for me works the most. I tend to build up the foundation. I don't know if it makes it worse for me because I feel like, you know, my face there's nothing on it. So in regards to that, is it lightweight? Absolutely. It doesn't feel like anything's on your face. So I put a little more to build it up somewhat. It is buildable. I can't determine whether it's full coverage or not. Other people who have been doing makeup longer can determine that. But, you know, it goes on pretty well. I'm not saying it's a bad foundation. It's a pretty good foundation. Is it worth its money? I would have to keep doing it for a little while more to tell you if it's worth the money. Now I'm going to be going in with the concealer. And I think I put a little too much. But I always overdo it with the concealer. You know, once you get adjusted to doing it and you know how much to put on, you know, sometimes I put a little too little, sometimes I put too much. But once you get adjusted to it, then you'll know how much you're doing. Like, I mean, ultimately the look came out good, but, you know, can't overdo it with the concealer, which I did. So you're going to be able to see on the forehead that I overdid it. But what I do is I take the bronzer and kind of like, you know, put it in to kind of give it some more color. And I overdid it on the nose. I be thinking my nose is like extremely big. In camera, it does look that way, but my nose usually fits with my face. Like it does fit with my face. So, I don't know. Everybody sees something awkward in themselves at one point or another. So I'm going to be going in with my CoverGirl loose powder. And, you know, it does matte the bottom of the eyes. Does it do a great deal of work? No. Is there too much powder coming out? Absolutely. But the end result did come out well. It does do the price job. And what I mean by that is that whatever it costs, it does do the job for the price. And that's about it. So now I'm going to be going in with the bronzer, the Fenty Beauty bronzer, and I'll just be doing the most with this bronzer. And you see how I erase it and then go back and do it again. I was just having a hard day with this makeup look, so please excuse me. So now I'm going to be going in with the Milani Rose Dior 02 color. It looks like it's mixed with several colors. It has like a gold in it, like a pink, and kind of like a little darker pink or orangey type. But I ultimately chose this color because I didn't want, like, I was trying to do something that kind of matched with the face. And I thought the colors were cute. I wanted the eyes and everything to kind of blend in with each other, the cheeks and the eyes and everything. So I'm going in with the same bronzer that I used on my cheeks, and I'm going over my forehead to, you know, bronze the head. I tend to be excessive sometimes with certain things. So because I'm not in the camera, it looks different. So I think that I'm doing something extra. So now I'm going to be going in with the Fenty Beauty highlighter in the color Trippin. And I just be overdoing it. Like I said, I just had to. So I did have to blend it out with the Beauty Blender because I felt like the brush wasn't giving me what I wanted. And, you know, Trippin, the Fenty Beauty sticks are more of a cream. And so, you know, when I wasn't getting it with the Beauty Blender, I ultimately had to go in with my fingers because it wasn't giving me exactly what I want. And I kept seeing like little clumps, like little spots in it. So, you know, I finally got what I wanted to get. With that same berry color that I used for the crease, I'm going to go in my under eyes and put that there. This time I did not use the mascara, and I went in first under my under eyes. Now I'm going to be going into the inner corners with the color Ring Light. And I'm just going to use this in the inner corners of my eyes. So now I'm going to use the Kevyn Aucoin mascara. I don't know if it's the primer, but this mascara does flake. So I'm going to go and try it in another video. I'm going to do another video without the primer and see if it still flakes. But this is the second time that I have used the Kevyn Aucoin, and it does flake. I don't know why. I guess the name, you paying for the name. But you know, I'm going to give it another shot, and I'm going to go in without the primer on my eyelashes and to see how it does then, if it flakes or not. So I ended up hitting myself with the mascara, and I had to blend it out. That worked. So whenever you see that you have, like, that's what I do. Whenever I get a mark somewhere that's not supposed to be there, you know, I kind of blend it out and it ends up disappearing. And here I go in with the highlighter again. Sorry, guys. But I don't know. For some reason, I feel like it's not seen. Maybe on camera it looks different. But when I'm doing it, I can't see it. Now I can see it. It's glowy. So I'm going in with the Morphe spray, and you know, the look is finished. I got to put on my lipsticks. I put a nude lip liner. And then I ended up putting a cream lipstick, beige lipstick. Well, not beige, nude. A nude colored lipstick to match. I wanted the eyes to be dark, but I wanted my lips to be nude because I didn't want to mix too dark and dark. But the end result, I think, came out pretty okay. So I was struggling with my hair, how to get it. My hair gets pretty oily after several days, and I don't know, I couldn't get it right, but then eventually I did get it right. But the look came out pretty good. If you guys can comment down below and let me know what you think. This is the final look.